I swear this is how we're gonna find out. Come on! Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. This lady has a lot of health. This will be a good test. Usually the more hits you can include, the better, the more accurate it ends up being, so this is a good thing. 21,444 or 441. Seriously? You called out the bird again? Oh.
I am out of range.
Get closer then. There you go. Bang him down, bang him down. This is gonna be a good parse. So far we've dropped 64 tiger palms. Jeez. Let's go back to that. Alright, so in that encounter, 48% of the damage that was done was by tiger palm. It landed 65 times, and melee attacks was 30% of the damage. So tiger palms hit 47 times, they crit 18 times. The average that they would hit for is 13k. So the crits hit for 24k. So with the 13k average, with just tiger palms by themselves being buffed up to what, 300% on chance? A 20% chance of 300%? So 20% of them hits were buffed up 300%, and it averaged out to being 13k. Now, in this next fight, I'm gonna do Wingore, and we'll see just how quickly it dies. I want to wait until Terran Zoo stops. Alright. There's a Blackout Strike Tiger Palm. Blackout Tiger Palm. Blackout Tiger Palm. It's going to be a lot faster because each hit is going to be buffed by 200%. And these are hitting for 64k each. Blackout Strike's going to knock them down a lot faster too. We'll still be able to isolate Tiger Palm damage, so it's okay. But yeah, like I was saying with the mage dots, I learned that you could pop all your cooldowns, buff how hard the move hit, and then the damage over time that was left after that would be buffed for the duration. So I'm wondering if Tiger Palm and... Alright, so that was only 10 hits versus the what we had. The last fight. We hit him 47 times that first time, and each hit averaged out to 13k. This one, Tiger Palm hit them 7 times for 32k. I don't know if we should. There's still no way of telling. Well, yeah, I guess it does stack. I mean, just by sheer numbers, that first fight was so much longer though. 47 times I hit him for 13k. Whereas this time I only hit him 10 times. Or 7 times actually for 32k. I think that's a huge, such a huge disparity that you'd have to assume that it's being buffed 2 times. Unless that 200% is just that much more savage. I mean,
strike hard, strike fast.
How could we better check that? I guess the best way to check it would be have a monk that doesn't have those talents versus a monk that does have those talents. That'd be like the only real way you could figure out I still don't have very many points into my tree. I could test it out and see how much the damage difference is. How about that? How about next time we head to our class hall? The next time we head to our class hall, we'll check it out. We'll do it with and without. It's going to cost a lot of artifact power, but I think it's an interesting question to raise. That fight, I only dropped 7 of them for almost 34k on average. I think it is. I think it is stacking the way we think it is. I think it stacks just like that. We get the 200% from Blackout combo, and then the extra 300% from Facepalm. What was 193k Tiger Palm? Never mind, I guess not. Well, what would be 500% TP look like? That's a good question too. So we could do that. Let's test that out.
Strike hard, strike fast. Do not
So that Tiger Palm was 38,594. So that was like 38.5k. That was 115k. That was 96k. 96k. 32k. And these are all with the Blackout combo. 96k. We got trinkets and stuff going off too here though. 32k. That was a 64k crit, 96k crit. We could probably just use the numbers we already have too. So 11 hits with Tiger Palm. And the max damage that one of those did was 38k. Can't break down each hit. See, this is why that detail add-on, the details add-on is so good. That's a 32k, 192k. See, it's hard because just look for one of those TP damage numbers and you'll know how it stacks by the damage number. We're getting the 300% bonus. We should have the 200% every single time. Without it, that was a crit for 64 without it. 32, 21, 21. So these are all just straight up what Tiger Palm does. 21, 21, 32. Give me something to hit.
I need to be closer.
32k with the Blackout Strike. 32k with the Blackout Strike. 32k. So the 32k is what 200% increased damage looks like. So Tiger Palm by itself is 15k. When I buff it, 200% of that is 32k. 38k. 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 That's from behind him, so I was probably getting like 32k. Okay, when he's facing me and he's parrying and dodging and shit, or glancing or whatever, it's 32k. If I can get behind him, it's 38k. So I guess whenever it pops up to the big ass like 32ks, no, that's not right. I was getting really big ones on one of those fights back here. I think it is though. I'm actually pretty sure it is. 192k, see that big one right there? That was a crit though, 32k. When it crits, it jumps up in the hundreds. 32, 32. So the 20% chance version, that was a crit. That was a crit. Man, if it jumps up to 500%, like on that 20% chance, and crits, that's like a freight train. Yeah, so 15k by 200 is 30k, and 30k by 300% is 90k. And then the 30k plus the 90k whenever they go together, right? And that's non-crit numbers, right? So we're not looking at the crits. $32, $32, $32. 20% is so low. 32. And I don't even have all the points into it yet. That was a 96k right there. So that was the 300%. So they don't stack? Right? Is that what it's telling us right now, that it's not stacking? Because it seems like there's a 96 right there. It seems about 20% of the time. Melee crit is auto 200. Yeah, with melee crits it automatically does 200% damage.
I need to be closer.
32k, 192k. Oh, you know what I could have been doing? Let's just look overall. We're taking one little fight each time. So a critted 200% and a 300% Tiger Palm would be 180k. They do stack. Oh shit. That shows you how I am with math. 96k. So we're getting 32s and 96s. And he said a critted 200% and a 306. That's
I got a
180k.
bad feeling. We are bound by a common enemy.
32, 32, 64. That's a crit though. 64 crit. Rotbeak, this will be a good fight for it. I'm tracking all my damage and I'm only doing tiger strikes. It's not standing the poo.
I am out of range.
So the minimum damage I'm doing is 42. The max is 42. I think it's changing each time.
It is too far away.
Makes sense. They do stack. Wow. So that's huge single target damage. That's your single target rotation right there, I guess. Just avoidance cooldowns and then Tiger Palm spam.
Ain't you a chipper looking one?
Alright, 36% upgrade. We're gonna go with that.
Keep your chin up, eh?
And auto equip me. Let me make sure to put the right stuff on. 759, 725, 735. See?